Hey Leo, this is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. This is your reading for the first week of the year, January 1st through 8th. Happy New Year. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I also offer IET. IET is a healing modality which can help you to change energy. The information is below. At this moment, I am offering one question reading for $30. It's about 15 minutes. Information is below. My little mini message is, okay, you're going to recognize something in somebody else. It could be somebody you know or somebody even on TV or whatever, TV, on media. You're going to recognize it, and then it's almost like it's going to be a mirror. You recognize it in yourself, and it's going to resonate with you. It's going to resonate with you. It's interesting because what book was it? I don't know. I've done all this like spiritual work, right? So, sometimes they talk about, you spot it, you got it, right? So if you see somebody who's like, I don't know, uh, brash, let's say, and you're like, oh, they're so brash. And it's like, if it really annoys you, it's probably because, you have an element of you that's brash. But the opposite is true too. You recognize it. Sometimes sometimes we admire famous people because they're resilient or because they're intelligent or because they're creative or whatever. And you recognize it because it's part of you also. It's not just the negative. All right. That was an interesting little message. There's a kid in the building. There's a lot of kids in the building. This one is so drama, like so drama. And sometimes he goes on for a long time, and it's like I get such a kick out of him. I really do. I get such a kick out of him. It's like, I'm going to be heard. Like there's that element of like, I will be heard. And it's like, I really like that. I really like that. And obviously the dog is on the same I can't even like I'm tired of like apologizing for it because it's like sometimes I'll do videos for like hours at a time and it'll be fine. And then it starts and it's like, what am I gonna do? Stop the video? All right. Sometimes I do. Very rarely though. They have to all start. Sometimes that's what happens. Huh. I recognize the joy. I recognize the celebration. I recognize uh, the artistic temperament or the creative element, right? And maybe in the past it's like maybe I didn't allow that for myself, or maybe I didn't participate in that. And there's a certain sense of longing, of disappointment, of oh, that my boat, how do they say it? My boat has left the dock, sort of thing. You know what I mean? And there's an expression, but I can't remember. I missed the boat. I missed the boat. And it's like, you didn't miss the boat. That boat wasn't the right boat for you. You didn't miss the boat. Just pick up where you left off, right? Just, you know, okay. So maybe, you tried to do something, last week, last year, or whatever. And it's like, well, if it's calling you and it brings you joy, or you think it brings you joy, then do it again. Yeah, so you're disappointed. Isn't life disappointing? Isn't life joyous and disappointing at the same time? You know? And then I have the Knight of Pentacles, who is really steadfast, is really methodical, takes the action, moves slowly, but takes the action. And, and sometimes he's stuck in the mud. So I feel like this is my little to unstick you from the mud. Yeah, it's a choice. It's a choice and it's a contract. This is interesting. So the lovers are so rarely about love, unless a lot about the love cards come up. Um, the lovers are about combining duality. The lovers are about a contract like between humanity and God. And the lovers is it's about combining elements and making it into something beautiful, making it into something beautiful. But it's also it's sort of a contract. Maybe it's a contract that you have with yourself. And look, we all do this. This is why I recognize it. I'm not, when I give readings like that, it's like I'm not sitting in judgment. The reason I can see it so clearly is because I've been there, you know? It's this contract sometimes that maybe in ourselves, it's like, well, I tried to do this and this action or this and this pursuit, and it didn't work out. And then it's almost like you have this weird contract with yourself saying, well, I can't do that. And it's like, maybe you couldn't do it then, but if it's still calling you, then make a new contract. Make a new contract with yourself saying, I'm going to do this because it makes me happy, you know? Oh, well, someone didn't approve of it or I didn't do so well. Well, you'll get better at it. You'll get better at it. Everything that I've done for years and years, I've gotten better at it. I used to be like, I'm a good cook because I've thrown away a lot of food, right? When I first started dyeing with a Y, I was okay, sort of. I mean, I always followed my own instructions anyway, so not like. And as I, had done it more and more, it's like, wow, you're really good. You're really good. I can't wait till I have a studio again, to tell you the truth. All right. Yeah. Be in wonder. Be in wonder. And pages are always willing to try something new because they have like the energy of pages is like this energy of youth. And so it's this energy of course it's going to work. Like, of course it's going to work. Like I set out to do it and, it's going to happen. There's the hill and I'm going to climb it. Big deal. And, the Page of Pentacles is studious. So I have the Knight and the Page of Pentacles. So these are both energies because they're both earth energies and they're the energies of doing something physical and they're the energies of working at something, really working at something, you know. Like if I really want something, I have to work at it. Yeah. Off into the unknown, with confidence, off into the unknown, executing the plan. The road ahead is clear for you. Another pentacle. The road ahead is clear. It's almost like a gift. Not almost like a gift, it is a gift. I've cried my tears and I have a vision for the future and I'm moving forward. She's a really interesting card. She's really interesting. She's like kind of the least feminine of all the queens. She has this energy of intellect. She has the energy of, I made my mind up. I made my mind up. And it's like, get out of my way, Because like the Queen of Cups, you can kind of talk her into anything because she's like, mommy, oh, mommy, can you do my homework for me? Sure. And then, anyway, but the Queen of, you can't talk this one into nothing because she made up her mind. She's got like this vision. It's like, that's where she's going. That's it. She's a woman of loss, like the traditional meaning, which really makes sense. It's like she's a widow or a divorcee or something like that. So it's almost as if like she had her moment of being really emotional, but now her armor is on and she's there's like an Athena energy to her. There's like an Athena energy to her. It's all in the head. It's all calculated. It's all well thought out. But she's also the goddess of craft, right? So interesting, right? Born out of Zeus's head. It's really kind of wild. Yeah, you're going to shake up your foundation. Don't worry, I'm not going to end on that card. You're going to shake up your foundation. It's like, oh, you know, because so many times, like when I was doing Airbnb in New York and my studio was in the other room, right? So people would come. It's like you didn't show up at the artist's experience for nothing, right? I mean, it was like the most colorful apartment you've ever seen. Now there are cats in the building. I mean, there's birds, there's children, there's dogs, and now there are cats. Maybe there'll be a jaguar next week. Um, yeah, shake up your foundation. So anyway, they would come and like, oh, well, I don't have an artistic bone in my body. Well, then why just decide to stay here, right? So I can't tell you how many people I ignited. Like, it's like, well, let's make a scarf together. Yeah, really. Well, I don't know what to do. Pick up a brush and start painting. You know, I made the dye because I used to make it like a gel. It's like just that's how you figure it out. Yeah, the end of a way. Here come the dogs. I think you're going to free yourself from this mental block of I tried it before and it didn't work and I can't do it again. I think this is what's going on. And I think that's why it shakes your foundation. It's like, you know, I want, you know, I enjoy cooking and I'm going to cook. I enjoy knitting and I'm going to knit. You know, yeah, you're going to get better as you go. If it brings you joy, then that's all you need to know. She's with you, right? Inspiration, intuition, healing, right here. What an interesting reading. What an interesting reading. All right, I'll start here. You changed your way of thinking. You're willing to work towards something new. The disappointment of the past is replaced by joy. You've made a new contract with the divine and with yourself to learn something new, to go to a new place. You've exercised yourself from the devil. Um, the inspiration and the healing and the hope are right here with you. You're shaking up your foundation. You have a clear vision of where you want to go, and the road ahead is clear. That's a nice reading. You know, I know the tower came up, not like I'm unaware, but I'm really seeing that as this shakeup in foundation. It's like I no longer vibrate with that anymore. I no longer vibrate with that anymore. And so because I don't vibrate with that anymore, it just doesn't hold any sway. And sometimes when we change our minds about ourselves or about our talent or about our desire, it shakes you up. It really shakes you up because it's like, well, you know, it's not what I'm used to. It's not familiar. It's like good. That's why we're here. Blessings.